Hello, it's Kathy Hoffman, and we are cooking with Kat today finally. It's been a long time. I'm sorry that I haven't been on my Facebook page and done a video, but I've had a lot go on in the last year, 2 years, but we won't talk too much about that. I broke my shoulder. I recently in December sold my home. I moved in February, and just a lot going on. I'm ready to get started again, and we have a special guest today, but I just wanted to tell you where I've been. It's going to be Mexican Day today. Miss Jane has cooked for us before. We did a pie crust. That's her specialty, and we did that probably about a year ago. Jane, would you say? No, probably about a year ago. But anyway, we're back in her cute little kitchen, Burrito Grande. And Miss Jane made us sangria, so we've been chatting and catching up and have partaken of a little sangria. So we're getting ready to cook. We're getting, Miss Jane's getting everything ready. And I just wanted to come on and reintroduce myself, and we're going to get this is the kickoff on my Facebook page to get rocking and rolling again. You know, one of these days I want to be famous, and I'm getting almost too old. I got a birthday at the end of the month, and we're not going to talk about how old I'm going to be, but you're as young as you feel, and you can stay as busy as you want even when you retire. But I also have a home up here. And I've been working like a fool out in the yard because it's a big yard and it has all kinds of beautiful perennials and annuals, and kind of been overtaken because I haven't been able to come up here because of my injury and moving. And I've spent a lot of time on that, and I've had some help, and I want to thank those that have helped me because, you know, it's just me and with a gimp hand, which is getting better. It's all good. So we're going to get started real quick. Okay, we are here in the kitchen of Miss Jane Lorenz. The last time she made a pie crust for us. Now we've got a Mexican flair going. And can you say hello, Miss Jane?
Hello.
She's got the flour in her hair and her apron, and she's nervous, but she does a great job. She did it before. We used to work together at Madison. No, it wasn't Madison Bank and Trust then. What was the name of it when we worked there?
Probably Main Source.
Yes, it was Main Source. It was the bank, and I worked there after I closed my store once upon a time. And I came and she did the pie crust, and now what are we making today, Jane?
We're making the Burrito Grande.
Yes, and look at that shell. That is a grande shell for sure. So the ingredients in these are what, Miss Jane?
Well, I've browned a half a pound of ground meat.
Mm-hmm.
And now I'm adding a can of chili beans.
Chili beans, just any chili beans. They can be seasoned or plain.
Chili hot beans.
Chili hot beans. So the hot makes them a little bit more flavorful, doesn't it?
Yes, it does.
But they're not too hot where...
They're not too hot for us.
Yes. I don't like real spicy food.
Well, you gotta eat it.
Well, I will. Okay, so you just let that brown, get warm.
Yes.
Okay.
And then I add a teaspoon of cumin.
And that's ground cumin, correct?
Yes.
Okay, there we go. You see she's getting that all stirred up. And these look pretty simple to make. You bake them, is that correct?
Yes, it's one of the simplest things you could make.
And then,
and if you want to impress someone, that also.
you can do that as well.
You'll be impressed.
And the oven is what, 350 temperature?
Probably.
Okay, we'll look. Miss Jane's doing really good. She's very nervous because she doesn't like the camera, but she's getting better. She was really nervous on the pie crust one. Okay, so she's getting ready to assemble the burritos in the pan, and she has sprayed the pan so it doesn't stick. So she's going to assemble them for us now. So you overlap them. Didn't it call for, if you're using regular?
A smaller size is you use 3 of these, but since that recipe has come out, they are making a larger one, so it only takes 2.
Gotcha. And where did you get this recipe, Miss Jane?
This came out of a cookbook. I think it was a Pillsbury. I think it might have been a Pillsbury cookbook. It's one of those mini cookbooks you see when you go to the grocery and
Yes.
you're checking out, and
Yes.
you end up buying.
Where all the gossip magazines are about
Yeah.
all the stars. It's not true.
Exactly.
Or they are true.
Exactly.
She's got her sausage cooked. She's turning the oven on. Made a sangria. And look at her little presentation over here. We got our little Mexican monkey with us. And look at her little Mexican hats and sombrero. How cute is that? She just went all out. And she had Mexican music on when I arrived. But we got to talking about...
Gypsy Kings.
What was it?
Gypsy Kings.
Gypsy Kings. She loves music of all kinds, and but we had to turn that off because we had to catch up. All right, so she's gonna assemble. So she just pours that bean and ground beef mixture right in the middle on her pan. How simple is that?
Hey, you're going.
I know, after today, listen to her.
Okay, so this,
You just spread it out
yeah.
because you're going to roll those up. I see what you're saying. There you go. Smells very delicious. You can smell the beans in it.
And with that, we put 1.5 cups of shredded cheese.
Mm-hmm. And you can use any cheese. You know, they have the Mexican blends, or you can use the cheddar cheese of any kind. It's your whatever you like. It's good and cheesy. Yum. Who doesn't like cheese? Now we're going to do the roll.
We're getting ready to roll.
Okay. We're not rocking, we're rolling.
Exactly. And it needs to be seam side down.
Okay. Ooh, looky there. And you can see she sprayed it pretty heavy, and that coats the shell as well on top to keep it from drying out, correct?
I guess. Now,
We're going to say that anyway.
exactly. Now we are going to put, let's see, I think taco sauce is next.
Okay.
And I'm using the Ortega,
Mm-hmm. Just the...
the thin one. That's what I call it, or the running one.
Mm-hmm. Oh my gosh, that looks awesome. So when you serve it, you just cut off however much you'd like to have. Awesome.
Looks like I can get that straight.
All right, it'll work. Gotta get every last drop. Oh, it's fine.
And then a cup of cheese.
Okay.
And a little more of this.
That, yeah, get that little guy moistened up there. On the end, just put the cheese over it. It sticks to the sauce. How yummy does that look? So when you serve it, you top it with the sour cream, and you know, you could probably do cilantro, more shredded cheese, a lot of toppings that you could do.
Right.
And then that just goes into the oven.
That's it.
Wow, all right.
Something so pretty, so simple.
Yes, absolutely, so simple. This is the Mexican street corn, and she has, I'm going to read the recipe to you because it's really very interesting. And what she's adding to it now is a blend of spices that I'll read to you. And it kind of garnishes the burrito. It's called Mexican street corn, and it is 6 ears of fresh corn on the cob. But because that is not readily available, she uses a can or a frozen bag of corn, and this is how you roast it to make the street corn. You take a package of frozen corn, 10.8 ounce, a tablespoon of olive oil, sea salt, and paprika. You toss that in a bowl, and you heat your oven to 400. You line a large rim baking sheet with Reynolds wrap, or how did you do that?
I used Reynolds wrap.
Okay, and then you put your Reynolds wrap on the pan, and then you spread the corn out evenly, and then you roast that 20 to 30 minutes until golden and crunchy. You stir it occasionally. And we don't know who's calling. Spam, probably.
No,
Oh, it wasn't.
it's somebody I like.
Oh.
I can't do that in this.
Okay.
Sorry.
So you have your corn that you've roasted in the oven, or your fresh corn on the cob. You take 2 to 3 tablespoons of mayo, 2 to 3 tablespoons of sour cream, a tablespoon of lime juice, a tablespoon of chili powder, a dash of cayenne pepper, salt and pepper to taste, and then is it topped with a crumbled queso?
No, I just crumbled the queso
Okay,
queso crumbles.
that's the cheese that you buy, isn't it?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And then a fourth a cup of chopped cilantro, and she's just mixed that all up. Do you mix the cheese in it? No, it's topped. Okay.
We're gonna eat it.
So it's ready to eat.
Yes, later.
Okay, all right. Okay, Miss Jane is taking the burrito out, and her oven cooks pretty hot, so we didn't cook it the whole 15 to 20 minutes, but look how yummy that looks. And it's spread all over, but that makes it nice and crispy, and you can use that. So we'll be serving it up shortly.
Okay, and for dessert.
And for dessert, this is frozen, and I haven't peeked. She took the Reynolds wrap, loosened it, but I don't know what it is. So, Are we ready to reveal? Almost. We gotta wait a minute. All right. She's getting the water warm, and I think that is to be able to slice the frozen dessert correctly. Is that correct? Because a warm knife will just, slide right through it. Okay, here we go. Oh my gosh. Fresh strawberries, a graham cracker crust.
Strawberry margarita pie.
All right, how perfect. And see, she's got her knife warm, and it just slides right through that.
And we hope it comes out.
Yes. Now, how long did you have to freeze that? Overnight?
I made it Monday.
Oh my gosh, okay. So this is a dessert that you could definitely make ahead.
That's exactly.
Yeah. How about perfect for Cinco de Mayo? Even that's already gone, but
We'll celebrate anytime.
that's exactly right. And that looks awesome. Now we'll have to get the recipe for that out. I don't know where she's got that hidden.
It's hidden.
It's hidden, okay. She may keep it hidden. We may not be able to get this recipe. It might be a secret.
Well,
Not really. You know, it's always hard to get that first piece out.
I hate graham cracker crust.
Yes, because it doesn't stick.
Well, and then it goes on the floor.
And we don't have a dog to clean it up, thank goodness. That's too much
No,
trouble.
This person,
We're the only dogs in the house, aren't we?
this person cleaned this floor this morning.
Oh my gosh. There we go. Strawberry margarita pie. And you get it out and let it set for just a little bit
I'm
to...
gonna put it in the fridge.
Okay. You want to keep it cold, but yet you don't want it so frozen when you eat it. All right. Yeah. Look, this is our margarita, frozen margarita strawberry pie. And Miss Jane has decorated this one. And I have decorated that one. And we're going to put them back in the refrigerator until ready to eat. So that would be something you would want to do if you were serving this, is probably get the pieces ready before you're eating. That way you can just bring out the dessert whenever you're ready, and it would save you time to have that out of the way as well, and you wouldn't be so stressed, because you know when you're having guests for dinner, we have all these steps that we have to do and we just forget about them. But I wanted to share with you, this recipe is from Better Homes and Gardens, 10/4 of 1983. She did, rather than using the whipped cream, which there is homemade whipped cream in the pie, she freezes these little dots of whipped cream so you can just automatically add those. And how cute is that? What a great idea. And so the pie, back in the day, was $2.25 at Guadalajara's. It was $2.25 per serving for the pie. Family Circle made it and it was 70 cents per serving. So I'm sure inflation is taking care of that. I don't know what it would cost today, do you, Jane? In a restaurant, that would probably cost...
It would be a piece of pie in a restaurant. It's probably at least $5.
I would say yes.
Maybe more.
Yes. Miss Jane is shredding lettuce. She couldn't find any, so she's shredding it to top our burrito with. But back to the pie. It is, you make your graham cracker crust out of 1 1/3 cup of graham cracker crumbs, 1/4 cup of sugar, 1/4 cup of butter melted, and that makes your pie crust. You combine that in a small bowl and press into the bottom and sides of a 9-inch pie plate. And the reason Miss Jane makes the dolloped heavy cream, because you saw how full that pie was, and so she just has learned to make that as well. So you beat condensed milk, which is a can of sweetened condensed milk, lime juice, which is 1/4 of a cup. Ooh, it's got 3 tablespoons of tequila, 3 tablespoons of triple sec. And you put that in a large bowl and blend it with a electric mixer at medium speed for 3 minutes until smooth. And then you beat in 1/2 cup of frozen strawberries with syrup thawed in for 1 minute into that mixture. And then you fold your whipped cream into strawberry mixture, which is 2 cups of heavy cream whipped. And all you do is just put that in a bowl and just keep beating it and beating it and beating it, right, Miss Jane? Till it forms soft peaks. And that makes like whipped cream. Could you use, I wonder if you could use Cool Whip.
I wouldn't.
Okay. You know, we're the real ingredient girls here. And so, here, back to this one. You fold your whipped cream into your strawberry mixture until no streaks of white remain. Pour into the graham cracker crust and freeze overnight. And you saw finished product. Now we're going to put it in the freezer or refrigerator because we're going to eat our burrito, because you can see it's kind of starting to soften. Okay, Miss Jane is getting ready to serve, and you just cut the burrito as big or as little as you want it, and serve it. That end one turned out nice. There we go. And corn over to the side, on the other side.
Yeah, that's what I'll do.
Yeah, I didn't know what you did with that. And it'll be Olay. And my gosh, this would serve, you know, a whole family. And how easy is it? And she just puts the Mexican corn on the side. Makes a very pretty presentation.
Mexican street corn.
Yes.